absolute banger. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Seal of Quality, a Nintendo podcast where we discuss everything past, present, and future of Nintendo. I'm your host, Fusion64, and we're just coming off of this banger of a Nintendo Direct, Nintendo's 2023 June Nintendo Direct, and yeah, I thought it was awesome. I think it was the best of the big three in terms of summer showcases between Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation. They had a bunch of great announcements. You really can't ask for more than two unannounced games, just announcing them, and they're coming out this year. There's a bunch of good third-party stuff, a bunch of first-party stuff. I'm super excited. My wallet's going to hurt. There's a ton of stuff I want to buy in there, bunch of remasters, and it turns out, crazily, that some of these leaks we got early in the week were actually true. Usually, the leaks that come out before Nintendo Direct are a bunch of BS. Then we're disappointed when they don't turn out to be true. This, shockingly, there was some stuff that turned out to be true, which was really awesome. Let's get into it. We had, first, I'm not a big Pokemon fan. We had a bunch of Pokemon announcements that were pretty neat, like the Detective Pikachu the 2, this Pokemon DLC. That stuff's not for me. That doesn't even get me excited. So if you're a Pokemon fan, you're even more excited than I am for this. But we got Mario Kart DLC coming. We got new characters, Petey Piranha, Wiggler, Kamek. That's awesome. That's coming out the end of this summer. The new Mario game gets announced, Super Mario Wonder. The art style looks absolutely amazing. It looks like you're taking, almost similar to Mario Odyssey, you're like taking control of different kind of animals. It looks like a Mario game, like on drugs. It looks like you're getting warped to like different dimensions. It's 4-player co-op like normal Mario games are. I love the facial animations on the characters, like when Mario's like running and entering warp pipes. Like, yeah, this is crazy that they just like all of a sudden casually just announced this, and it's coming out in October. What an amazing announcement. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. That's a great name, too. The box art looks awesome. You get to play as Luigi, Toad, Peach, and even Daisy, which is really cool. I'm super excited for this. Look at this. Daisy's pushing against a pipe with another turtle. 4-player co-op in these games is awesome. My kids are excited for this. I'm excited for this. It's been, what has it been, like 12 years 13 years since we got 11 years. 11 years, sorry, since we got a new 2D Mario game. Super Mario Bros. U came out in 2012. So yeah, it's been a while, and while it does share some similarities to the new Super Mario Brothers art style, it does look refreshing and new in the same vein. So, like, yeah, I'm super excited about this. Third-party announcements. One of the biggest announcements for me, one of the games that I have been waiting for on the Nintendo Switch is Vampire Survivors, and we are finally getting Vampire Survivors. This game is awesome. If you've not played this on another platform, you have to. All you do is just, you move one stick around and your abilities auto shoot out different stuff. You upgrade your abilities. You can get multiple different abilities. It's just a blast. You're basically trying to survive for 30 minutes, and you can see if you can last the 30 minutes. But, like, the screen gets chaos, tons of enemies all over the place. One of my favorite games that I played last year only on Xbox, and I've been waiting for this game to come to Switch, and I think this is going to be a perfect portable game to play on the Switch. And they just announced that there's going to have 4-player co-op in here, so that is amazing. This is probably, literally, low-key one of the biggest announcements that I'm most excited for, surprisingly, in this Direct. And, like, I screamed when this came up. Super exciting. In other third-party news, like, they showed the Metal Gear Solid remake trailer from the PlayStation showcase, but they showed, like, so much more. There's so much in depth about this like bunch of games that are coming. What do you call it? Basically, that are coming. There's a guidebook that's coming in there, art books, strategy guides, like all kinds of stuff included in this. It includes the NES games, Metal Gear 2. An overall great announcement. This is going to be an excellent Switch game. Another one that I'm excited for, this one right here, this Star Ocean 2 remake. I've never played this, but I absolutely love this art style. It's like a mix of like the HD 2D that Square does with like 3D. This game looks awesome. I've never played any of these games, but like just the art style alone in here makes me really excited to buy this and play this. Like there is so many good announcements in this direct. Like I can't even get over how good it was. A lot of like games that were unexpected. Like look, this looks absolutely amazing, really. And like one of the things that I like most about the Bravely Default is like their battle style. I think is amazing. This looks similar. I don't know if this is turn based or if this is like it looks like it's action based maybe. But yeah, this looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What are the third party announcements? We got the Persona stuff that was leaked is coming. The Persona 3, no, not Persona 3 didn't get shown. The Persona Tactics game that's coming. Yeah, Star Ocean's in November 2nd. So a lot of stuff here was announced and coming this year, which is pretty cool. Here we see, yeah, the Metal Gear Solid. This looks so awesome. I absolutely love these games. As far as third party stuff, what else did we get really? There's that Saturday morning cartoon looking game that's like a roguelike first person game that looks really good. What else? Third party. Really? The Batman Arkham trilogy is something that's interesting. Like, I don't know if that's the best place to play these games on Switch, but it'll be neat if they can fit all of those games onto a cart. I'd be really excited to buy that and just to have that laying around to play. Arkham Knight, the one that was on PS4 and Xbox, looked like it might be a little rough, but we'll see. I have to imagine the 360 games that are on there, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, will be pretty good actually ports to put on the Switch. So that's something that's a maybe for me. More first party stuff like Super Mario RPG. That's bonkers. I can't believe they announced that. I've never played the Super NES one, so I've been waiting for them to drop that on Nintendo Switch Online, but I guess that's probably why they didn't drop it on there is because they're remaking that game, and that looks awesome. Beautiful art style. I know those characters in that game are beloved. That's a beloved game, and it's surprisingly that game is developed by Square, so like I think that's probably why it might have been a licensing issue and just working out a partnership with them to bring that over. But that's super exciting. Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 is one of my most anticipated games of the year. I've only played Pikmin 3, but when that game came out on the Wii U, that was probably one of my most favorite games of that year. Pikmin's an awesome franchise. I never played the first two Pikmin games, so it's kind of exciting that they're stealth dropping those two games as HD remasters on Nintendo Switch today digitally, and they're coming actually physically in September, so I'm not even going to play them. I'm going to hold off until the physical editions come out because I love my Switch physical collections. So those are coming out in September. I'm going to get that, but Pikmin 4 looks awesome. I like the dog mechanic of being able to like hop on your dog and float in water with it. The dog also can fight enemies. First time in the Pikmin series, you can actually you can actually fight at night because before you had to get to your ship before night fell. Now like there's a new night Pikmin to where you can actually play at night, so that's interesting. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. That's like there was like an almost like an ode to Tears of the Kingdom where you can go underground for the first time in this Pikmin. That's pretty interesting. So like yeah, I think this Loki could be one of the best games of the year. I love the Game Boy Advance SP nod into the trailer. So yeah, and I believe the last trailer showed that you basically can create your own Pikmin in this game, which is pretty neat. So yeah. Awesome game. I think there's going to be, looks like 2-player verse mode in here, so that's cool. Yeah, Pikmin 4, can't say enough great things about that. I'm excited for that. That's a day one purchase for me for sure. What else first party wise did we have in this direct? Let's see. Oh yeah, new Princess Peach game coming next year, which is awesome. Looks like a platformer. I don't know. They didn't give a ton of detail about that, but that's coming next year. We're getting Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, an enhanced port of that coming next year, which I only played a little bit of that game on 3DS, so that's exciting. That's almost going to be like a brand new game for me. What I remember about that is it was like smaller areas because it was a portable. So, dude, keep bringing on more of these 3DS games. I'll just buy the hell out of them. Bring A Link Between Worlds next, please. more 3DS ports, the better. Uh, let's see. New WarioWare, that looks interesting. A lot of motion stuff that went on in that game. That looks like that's going to be like something fun for the whole family to play. I'm maybe iffy on that. Hopefully, we'll see. Another big third-party game that I thought was awesome was the Dragon Quest, like almost Pokemon style game. I think it's called Dragon Quest Monsters. That looks great. I am a big fan. Dragon Quest 11S. If you watched my top 10 Nintendo Switch games on the second Seal of Quality podcast episode, Dragon Quest 11S is one of my top 10 Switch games I've ever played. Absolutely love it. That was my first Dragon Quest game. So this game, to be cool to like mix up and combine like all the different Dragon Quest monsters to kind of like fight like Pokemon. That's looks like almost like a day one must buy for me for sure. What else did we had? It was just the only thing really lacking in this direct that I thought was basically the lack of any big Nintendo Switch online announcements. But we did in the past few weeks get a bunch of decent, pretty good Nintendo Switch online announcements, like the Fire Emblem for GBA, the Kirby game for Game Boy. There was a few other Game Boy games that announced. I mean, they did just recently announce a bunch of cool Nintendo Switch Online announcements. Plus, most of the bigger NSO announcements usually come in like the September Direct. So I could imagine those Game Boy Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Season Zelda games will probably be announced like in the September Direct, along with any other Nintendo 64 big stuff. I think we still need to get like 1080 snowboarding, really. So that stuff will probably be later on in September. What else in this? Man, the Elephant Mario still stands out. The Super Mario Brother Wonder elephant where he turns into an elephant was really funny. That was a great moment in that trailer. My kid really enjoyed that. Zelda and Ganondorf amiibo that are coming later in the holiday. I'm wondering if we're going to get a DLC announcement. I think that's something we could see in the September Direct. So those actually amiibo looked awesome. The Ganondorf one especially looks great. Those are definitely a buy for me. We got a Splatfest coming of ice cream Splatfest, vanilla, strawberry, and mint chocolate chip. So that's pretty neat. The Star Ocean game I thought looked great. What else do we got here? We had the Mario Kart DLC. Like that game just keeps on delivering. That's one of the biggest, craziest things that we've got. Like 48 new tracks coming for Mario Kart. Let's see. Yeah, Vampire Survivors again. Vampire Survivors is one of the just amazing announcement in this direct that I was just super excited for. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. The first Hot Wheels game was really good, so that's a good get. That's Sonic Superstars. I didn't watch that trailer in the Summer Games Fest, but I gotta say that game looks absolutely awesome. That looks like a day one purchase for me. It's 4-player co-op. Like that's gonna be fun for the family. I actually thought like visually it looked really good. So that is definitely a day one purchase for me. This is the game that I was talking about, this Saturday morning cartoon-looking roguelike game, first person. Looks super fun. I'm definitely excited to give this a shot. Like, I was just surprised at like the amount of like third-party stuff in there that I was like, okay, yeah, I think I might actually get that on Switch. It looks pretty good. So I think that they really did a great job of mixing out a bunch of good first-party, third-party announcements. Like, you are not going to be lacking for any stuff to play on Nintendo Switch. Myth Force, that's what it was called. This roguelite Saturday morning cartoon game. Yeah, there's a ton of games, first, third party to play. Like I'm just super excited about the future of Switch. I know I saw some people online that were kind of like disappointed with the direct and thought it was okay. I'm like, what are you guys thinking? You get 2 new unannounced games that are both announced and dropping later this year, first party. I don't see how you could ask for much more, really. And then a bunch of like good third party RPGs that are coming. Like the Switch literally is, if not my favorite, one of like the top my 3 favorite consoles of all time. And they're just continuing to knock it out of the park, really, in my opinion. This fall, like I mean, every game that I'm showing you, I'm interested on this. I didn't put any of the games that I'm not interested. So there's do literally like 7 games at least that I'm interested in buying on the Switch that were announced in this direct, and I don't see how you could really ask for much more. I'm not even gonna be able to get to play through half of this stuff, which kind of sucks. Like, I mean, Pikmin, just the Pikmin series alone, 3 Pikmin games to play this year is awesome. Mario 2D, Mario, that looks great. Yeah, from if I'd have to give this direct a score, I'd have to go with easily a solid 8, 8.5 out of 10 for me. I mean, you could say that there were no major announcements. Like, people were no 3D Mario. It was missing the rumored F-Zero game, no Metroid Prime 4. But I think all of that stuff is they're probably saving that for Switch 2. And I don't know if we're going to see the Switch 2 till end of next year, really. If you could imagine that Princess Peach game maybe and Luigi's Mansion are like first half games. So I think maybe you'll see a slower first half and then Switch 2 launching in the fall of next year. And I think the Persona 3 remake has not been announced for Switch. I think that's going to be a Switch 2 game because that looks visually maybe a little bit more impressive that you can run on the Switch. So, yeah, overall, I'd say 8.5 out of 10 for this Nintendo Direct. This was definitely probably the best showing of all of these showcases in the summer. And yeah, I absolutely loved it. So, yep, that's my review of this Nintendo Direct. Once again, do me a favor, if you're new here, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more videos like this. And I'll see you guys later. Fusion64, out.